Hello everyone, welcome into another video. And today I'll be recapping the men's hockey Olympic tournament for day two. So I am doing a little bit of a different setup here today. I'm not Yesterday I was showing my screen, and this time I'm just gonna do it this way. And the reason why is because yesterday my upload took like 30 minutes to upload, just to get it uploaded onto my files. And and it was just I was getting a little pissed off because I had to go to sleep and it was late at night. So I'm recording this video at like 11 p.m. Already. So yeah, I hope this video just comes out fast after I'm finished with this video. So yeah, so there was four games today, guys. There was four games. I watched two of them. I watched the Canada versus Czechia game, and then the U.S. versus Latvia game. I did stream this game on this channel. Obviously, some people was wondering, why aren't you not streaming it on your hockey channel? And the reason why is because I'm gonna be going through some few changes with both of my channels. So I'll be making a announcement on that in the upcoming days. I don't know whenever I have time to do so. So stay tuned for that. So yeah, I watched two games today, what I said, and I did watch the snowboarding event, so I can touch on it a little bit of it. So I did watch the women's snowboarding event. It was like in between the hockey games. And the reason why I watched the women's snowboarding event is because Chloe Kim was trying to chase history and repeat at that snowboarding event that she won back to back in 2018 and 2022. And I was just hoping that she was gonna repeat, but she came out short and she ended up taking the silver. And um, I mean, her first one was great. I think her first one she killed it. Um, but the gold medal ended up going to a Korean women's snowboarder. I don't know. I forgot her name, but I think her last name was like Choi or something like that. I believe so. Yeah, she ended up taking the gold medal. Obviously, she did killed it in her third run. Obviously, she did got pretty banged up in her first run. She was really shaken up. I thought that she was not even gonna come back. She looked pretty injured in that first run that she did. And obviously, I was like, there's no way she even's gonna come back. I'll be shocked that she even attempts to come back. And even the announcer thought that she put out the event, and they were shocked that she even attempted to come back. And she ended up winning the gold medal. And she ended up winning the gold medal. So yeah, South Korea ends up getting the first gold medal of these Olympic Games. So yeah, it seems like the Koreans, not the Koreans, the Asian women, they killed it. They do killed it in snowboarding as well. It seems like they're good at snowboarding too. Obviously, they do kill it in golf as well. Asian women are good at golf. It seems like they're good at snowboarding as well. The bronze medal went to a Japanese women player. So that's all I have to say. So I kind of want to talk about it a little bit here. So that was not the what the video was about. So yeah, congrats to that one Korean snowboarder on winning the gold medal. Um, so yeah. So on to the tournament here, on to the hockey here. So 4 games were played today. The first game was at 3 o'clock, so I did not watch the game. So I mean, Switzerland ends up winning the game 4-0. Timo Meyer with a pair of goals. JJ Morser with a goal in that game, and then Damian Rat, if I'm saying his name right, got the opening goal for Switzerland. So yeah, Switzerland win that game 4-0. So yeah, the reason why France was even in this tournament is because Russia is banned because of you know what. I don't need to even mention it. So yeah, there's no need to even mention it at all. Like you guys already know what's going on. If you've been living under a rock. So yeah, Switzerland. Their next game is against Canada on Friday. Um, on Friday, which is either today or tomorrow, depending on where you live. So um, yeah. So in the next game for France is against Czechia. Against Czechia. Against Czechia. So yeah, that's their next game. So yeah, so Switzerland ends up getting the win here. So, and then we got Canada versus Czechia, and Canada just dominated the Czechs here in this game. So Mackin Sanabrini gets the opening goal at the end of the first period, assisted by Claire McCarr and Connor McDavid. So yeah, Sanabrini, obviously, one of the best young players in the NHL. This kid has a bright future ahead of him, dude. Like, he's gonna do so many good stuff with the Sharks, man. Like, I'm a Sharks fan, and I'm so happy to even have this player on my team. Like he's so unreal, man. And Sanabrini, he has a good, he gets this opportunity to represent his country at age 19. Like, this kid has a bright future ahead of him, dude. Like, he's going to do so many good stuff in the NHL, and not just in the NHL, and Team Canada as well in like future tournaments. And, you know, like, like he has a bright future ahead of him, dude. Like, I'm so happy that we have this player, man. Like, like Mackin Sanabrini, this guy is he's generational. Like he's gonna be one of the best players in the NHL for many years to come. And hopefully, man, we can win a Stanley Cup with this kid. Like, this is a massive opportunity for the Sharks to win a Stanley Cup in my lifetime. Like I want to see them win a cup in my life. So yeah, Sanabrini get the goal at the end of the first period, which was awesome. And then Mark Stone get the second goal. It is now 2-0. Bo Horvat with another goal at the second period, and then McKinnon and Suzuki with the goals at the third period in that game. And yeah, Czechia just didn't really play well at all. And so yeah, their next game is against France, so they should definitely win that game. So a good opportunity for them to kind of bounce back and get a win here. And then for Canada, they do have a game against Switzerland, which might be a bit of a tough one for Canada. So yeah, and then the next game was USA versus Latvia, and the US beats them 5-1. And yeah, the US should have had 7 goals in this game. They should have scored 7. But two of those goals, especially in the first two of those goals in the first period, was discounted by a coach's challenge. And yeah, the U.S. just got robbed in those 2 goals that they could have had scored on. One was like offside, and one was like goaltender interference. And yet the Latvian bench was challenging on that play, and those 2 goals were disallowed. But yeah, it was like 1-1 after the first period, and then the U.S. just took control of that game the rest of the way. And let me look at the score sheet here. So, and then Musikins got pulled out of that game and replaced by Arthur Shilos in the third period. So, yeah, it was 1-1 after the first period. Brady Tkachuk opened the goal, and then Regans, I can't pronounce that name, number 9 for Latvia scores to tie it up, and then Nelson, Tate Thompson, Brock Nelson, and then Austin Matthews scored the goal in the third period. Just scoring the third period. So yeah, the U.S. off to a good start in this tournament. So yeah, so the U.S. They pretty much dominated the game after the first period. It was close in the first. And then after that, the U.S. just took off in that game. And yeah, and then the next thing was Germany versus Denmark. Germany ended up winning that game 3-1. Draisaitl scored 23 seconds into the game. And then there was, and then Denmark tied it with Oscar Mogren, if I'm saying that right. Then Tim Stutzler gets 2 goals in the second period, and then Germany ended up winning that game 3-1 over Denmark. So the Germans off to a good start in that game in this tournament. So yeah, Germany ends up winning the game 3-1. So the next game for the U.S. will be against Denmark on Saturday, which that game is gonna be interesting. Not because I think it's gonna be close. It's because of what's going on with the whole thing with Greenland. So yeah, and then Germany next game is against Latvia on Saturday. So yeah, I think Germany should win that game, but I do think that that's gonna be a tight game between the Germans and the Latvians. We have 4 games on tomorrow. We got Finland versus Sweden. The Finns, they need a bounce back in this game. I think this is an important game for Finland to really bounce back and get and get a win here for Finland and Sweden. They need to play better here in this game. The game against Italy they did not really have the best performance at all against Italy. So yeah, I'm gonna pick Sweden to win this game. I think this game is going to be really good. Obviously, this is a rivalry game for both teams. Both countries are they're neighbors. So yeah, I got Sweden winning that game. Italy versus Slovakia, I got the Slovaks winning that game. Who knows if Italy can maybe put up a fight in that game. France versus Czechia winning that game. And then Switzerland versus Canada, that should be an interesting game. I got Canada winning that game over Switzerland. So yeah, guys. So I think that's gonna do it for this video, guys. So yeah, thank you guys for watching. Hit the like button, you like this channel. See you guys later. Bye.